Alright, so if you guys have watched my duck hunting comedy video, you know that I didn't end the video. So you may have thought, what's going on or whatever. May not have thought of anything. But that night got out of hand really quickly. When we left, we thought we had plenty enough gas to go from where we're duck hunting all the way back to my grandma's boathouse, which is where my boat was at. So where I live, it's in Algonac, and then there's 3 channels. There's the south, middle, and north channel. South, middle, and north. In between, we were in Muscatine Bay, and we had to go through the middle channel on the way home. And I didn't have a very good feeling about driving all the way through Goose and then Fisher and then the Snye, because there's nobody out there. So if we got stuck, and my boat did not have lights, they quit working, so we had flashlights on the bow, and it was extremely windy. We should not have been hunting out there. It was way too windy. And then it got cold. It was so cold that my friend's glasses, when it was raining on us and on the way home, it turned into ice on his glasses. So we get all packed up, driving the boat back, going through, we passed Browns. We just turned onto the middle channel. It's probably about 6:30. Shooting time was 6:32. Yeah, 6:32, but we didn't feel like waiting because we hadn't shot anything, and we were hunting right behind the draw, which there's a lot of ducks there. It's just they weren't coming down and landing. They were trying to fly into the draw. And I'll take you guys to the draw sometime. But we started driving down the middle channel, and I'm like, I had a terrible feeling, so I stuck pretty close to shore. Like, I wasn't that close, which I'd feel like illegal, but it was really close to shore. So we're driving, the wind's howling. It was probably 35-40 mile per hour winds, and there was rollers coming at us while we were driving towards them. So we were going towards the mainland, driving down the middle channel, and the middle channel is really long. So we get probably not even a quarter of the way through the middle channel to where we have to go, and then my boat started bogging. We were all like, oh shit, what just happened? So we all jumped up, tried getting the paddles out. I turned the boat towards the shore and kept trying to start it to get it closer and closer, because it'd start and then idle for a second and then die. So I did that like 3 times, and then my friend couldn't get the paddle out, so I took over that. Well, my other friend, the paddle was already sitting out from fishing this summer. I don't remember what we needed it for, but it was out. So my other friend, he tried starting the boat while we were paddling. It was terrible. We had to paddle upwind and over. So think about paddling a 16-foot lund in the waves, in the wind, and then all of a sudden the wind caught the boat and whipped it sideways, and the waves started rocking the boat to a point that the water was almost able to come in, and we were almost gonna fall out. My friend Eddie, he out of the boat, he had to lean to the other side while I didn't even see the other friend Billy behind us. He was just trying to get the boat started, and I guess he was just shaking all around. We eventually got up there because I threw the anchor onto a dock. Some random guy's dock, just threw the anchor on, and then I had to walk up there and knock on the door. Nobody was home. It was below freezing, probably not too far, but the wind chill must have been like 15 degrees and 30 to 40 mile an hour winds, standing there trying to knock on a door. And so I had to run over to his neighbor's house, knock on his door. Luckily he had gas, and he was generous in giving us enough gas. He was a pretty funny guy. I'm gonna go back someday, hopefully pretty soon, and give him some money, and I'll make a video on that, because this guy deserves some good stuff. He was welcoming. He let us into his house to warm up. He gave us gas. He mixed our gas for us, so we didn't have to worry about the engine blowing up. He offered to take us to the mainland and leave the boat at his dock and come get it in the morning, but I didn't want to do that because, you know, parents, you don't want your parents to find out. So we said no thanks. I'm sure we have enough gas. He gave us like probably a gallon and a half, maybe 2 gallons, something like that. It was a 2-gallon container that was partly full, and then a gallon container that was halfway full. Doesn't matter, but we ended up taking off. We get going again, and we start hitting some huge waves. The waves are just slamming the boat down and then up in the air again. I was driving as close to shore as I possibly could, because I was not gonna go through that paddling and rowing thing. I was probably about 10 feet away from people's docks, and I didn't even care. And when it came to the separation of the middle channel, going like, then you have to cross it, and then you go to the mainland, I was flying across. I was not gonna stop for nothing. I caught right next to Dickerson. You could have reached your hand out and touched the weeds, and I went straight across and then straight down. I did not let up on the gas till we were in the boathouse, and we were flying. We passed the sheriff, the boat station, because they're like 10 yards, like, think of houses, 10 house yards or whatever you want to call them, down from where my grandma lived and where the boat was stored. That was one crazy night. Just thinking, when we got in, we were all happy, and we like kissed the ground, and we went back to my house, talked for like 2 minutes, couldn't believe what just happened, that we pretty much escaped death there. I texted one of my friends, letting them know what happened, what I wanted them to know. I don't want to experience it again. I'm not leaving my boathouse without my gas being full, because you never know what's going to happen. These are the stories that you don't get to hear from duck hunters, because those are the duck hunters that don't come back. Thinking about that, we are very lucky that we are back. Very lucky that we are safe. Nothing happened to us that can't be fixed. Yes, it was human error, miscalculation on gas. We're just so lucky. Alright. Alright, so that'll be the end of this video. Alright, see you next time. Peace.